It's 10:15 in the morning. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of August 2016. Today is quite a significant day astrologically. There's two notable astrological configurations happening in the sky today. Firstly, it is the once every year annual Leo new moon, and also today, finally, Mars leaves Scorpio and moves into Sagittarius. Mars will leave Scorpio and move into Sagittarius I don't know what time, somewhere around 5 to 7 p.m. tonight UK time. I'll give you the exact time. Mars leaves Scorpio at 17:50 UK time GMT, so that's 10 to 7 UK time tonight. And shortly after that, it's the Leo new moon at about 9:44 p.m. UK time. Now, these two factors put together, how significant? Firstly, with the Mars in Sagittarius. I'm not going to say that Mars in Sagittarius is any better or any worse than Mars in Scorpio, but it's certainly different. Mars in Scorpio is very intense, very dogmatic, perseverant, power-filled. It doesn't give up. It will grind away mercilessly like a diamond-tipped carborundum drill until it gets to what it wants. It never surrenders and it never yields. It is dour, it is strong, it is power-filled and powerful. It doesn't lie, and it has a habit of finding out things that are going on. During the Mars in Scorpio earlier this year, in the first 2-3 months of this year, there's a lot of developments that set the scene for this year. During Mars's retrograde, from perhaps in Scorpio from mid-May through to late June, there's a lot of unrest in the world. And from late June to now, while Mars has been moving forward in Scorpio again, there's been a lot of slaughter, there's been a lot of atrocity. Now Mars is moving into Sagittarius, and I hope that at least in the short term, for the next few weeks, this energy has died down. Mars in Sagittarius is a very different ballgame. It's much lighter, it's much more vibrant, much more stimulating, adventurous, innovative. It's loud. It is nowhere near as subtle, tactful or diplomatic as Mars in Scorpio. Mars in Scorpio will keep quiet and keep its peace. Mars in Sagittarius will go, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that. And a lot of it is just words, just hype and spin. Mars in Sagittarius is really good at giving verbal agreement to commitment, but when it comes to actually doing it, well, when the hard work starts, there's always new horizons somewhere else. Mars in Sagittarius is like there's no commitment that's big enough that can't be run away from. And I am being flippant there, because a number of my best friends have got Mars in Sagittarius and they know the meaning of commitment. Nevertheless, Mars in Sagittarius deals with things that are much lighter, more superficial, more day-by-day element than Mars in Scorpio. Fortunately, Mars is moving into Sagittarius before the new moon. The new moon tonight, 9.5, 10 degrees of Leo. On the one hand, it is trining Saturn. So on the surface, you think, oh, that's a great new moon. On the other hand, it's really strongly in conjunct Neptune, which of course is still square Saturn. This new moon is all about the Saturn-Neptune square. And we have yet another 3-4-5 triangle. We've had a few 3-4-5 triangles recently, and they've all been associated with the outrages that have been going on in the world, specifically in Europe. Whether it was the Sun, Mars, Uranus one, or Mercury, Neptune, it doesn't matter. There's another one to now. I mean, over the last 2 or 3 days, now, the next 2 or 3 days, the Sun in conjunct Neptune, the Sun trines Saturn, Saturn square Neptune. That's a 3-4-5 triangle, a square, a trine and an in conjunction. And it is likely that we will see some more difficult news, judging on this last month's performances, over the next 2 or 3 days, but this should be the last one for the short term. Goodness knows how, where, who, why or when. I'm not very good at predictions in terms of events, but I'm good with timings. Nevertheless, it's new moon in Leo, and there is a little bit of cause for optimism, especially with Mars now in Sagittarius. The emphasis is switching from the dark into the light. And there's nothing wrong with the dark. Darkness is just the absence of light. It's the shades of grey that worry me. And so hopefully today will act as a little bit of a boost for a lot of people and launch us into a much newer dynamic with less talk of the devil and alienation of people. Hopefully Mars in Sagittarius will give us all a boost towards lightening up our philosophies, broadening our mind, expanding our worldview. All things that Mars in Sagittarius do. Okay, enough on this one. I'll have a look at Hillary Clinton's nomination tomorrow, I hope. And unless something else comes up in the meantime. And catch you later, world. Bye.